Hey Krishna. Audible? Everybody on Zoom is able to hear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you.
Okay. करता लाया आपने? लिखा था जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी. Everybody loudly. कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी.
वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी.
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यमुना तीरावनचारी. यमुना तीरावनचारी. जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. जय जगन्नाथा जय जगन्नाथा बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा. जय राधा रमण राधे. जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद. जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव. श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मई की, श्री राधा रमण भगवान की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गुरुदेव की, ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha। सब लोग यहाँ देखिए, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad, first canto, 8th chapter. The verse I am not able to locate right now, but it is first canto, 8th chapter. Prayers of Queen Kunti. Maybe you can try to repeat. Vipadaha santuta shashvat. Vipadaha santutaha shashvat. Tatra tatra jagatguru. Tatra tatra jagatguru. Bhavato darshanam yatsyad. Bhavato darshanam yatsyad. Apunar bhavadarshanam. Apunar bhavadarshanam. Translation. I wish that all the calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated birth and death. Apunarbhava darshanam. Purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent, and the inquisitive, 4 categories of people. Artha, Jigyasu, Jnani, and Artharthi, the needy for money. Distress is Artha, the needy is Artharthi, looking for some gains. The intelligent who is Jigyasu, intelligent who is Jnani, and the inquisitive is Jigyasu, who have performed some pious activities, worship or begin to worship the Lord. Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of the status, cannot approach the Supreme Lord due to being misled by the illusory energy. I read again. Huh? Those who are thriving only on sins cannot approach the Supreme Lord due to being misled by the Maya Shakti. Therefore, a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative than to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death, Janma Mrityu Shrinkhala. Therefore, even though there are so-called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation in itself. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing over Bhavasagar, the ocean of nations, can achieve liberation as easily as one leaps over the holes made by hoof print of a calf. What's the padam? I repeat again. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nations, can achieve liberation as easily as one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where there is danger at every step. Padam padam yat vipadam natesham. This material world is certified by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita, is dangerous place full of calamities. Less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. They have no information of the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without any trace of calamity. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by worldly calamities, which are sure to happen in all the circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes, one should take progress in spiritual realization, because that is the mission of human life. Read again. Huh? While suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes, one should make progress in spiritual realization, because that is the mission of human life. The spirit soul is transcendental, beyond to all material calamities. Therefore, the so-called calamities are false. A man may see a tiger swallowing him up in a dream, and he may cry for this calamity, but actually there is no tiger in the dream, tiger in reality. And in case of dreams, also, it is simply a case of dream. In the same way, the calamities of life are said to be dreams. Someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, by bhakti. It is all our gain. Contact with the Lord by any one of the 9 processes of bhakti, Navadha bhakti, is always a forward step on the path going back to Godhead. This is purport or explanation given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupak Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please call out from the bottom of the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It has been my realization that always you can do better than what we are doing now. Always. And then after you do better, you can do best also. So first point is made here is Artha Artharthi Jigyasu Jnani. 4 kinds of people approach the Lord. One who is distressed, Artha. And maximum number of people come in this category. They go to the Lord because they are suffering. दुख में स्मरण करे सब, सुख में करे न कोई. जो सुख में स्मरण करे उसको दुख का है कोई. But anyway, we are on this category. Then there are people who are looking for some gain. They feel if we go to the Lord, then my promotion will take place. Maybe I will get married. Maybe all those things, material gains. Then there is the inquisitive. You just want to know, kya hai bhai ye sab? What is this? What is all this? And then Jigyasa is satisfied, then they think, I know what is there in this ashram. But there are fourth category of people is there, that is called Gyani. And it means who have studied, who have understood, and they approach the Lord because they have understood. And now they want to achieve or attain the Lord. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that out of these four categories, all are welcome. Nobody is like condemned because of whatever reason. All are most welcome. But Lord says that the Gyani stays with me. Others may leave. Distress is relieved, forget the Lord. Dukh samapt ho gaya, we can leave. Or gain is there, now gain is stopped, no more gain. So he may also leave. Inquisitiveness, Jigyasa is satisfied, he also may leave. For one who is understood, he will stay. This is what Lord is saying. And he said, those who are understood, they stay with me and they have become very dear to me. Now, it's beginning with the distressed word, Artha. So, why I was prompted to take this verse today? This will give a little background to you. Sri Krishna came to Hastinapur. There was a dispute. Two parties were family members, but they had dispute. And there was no amicable way to resolve the dispute. They tried their best. Krishna tried their best, his best, up to the minimization of the demand also. Even that was not accepted. So war was inevitable. So war took place. War ended. And Dharmaraj Yudhishthir was enthroned as king of the universe. And then Krishna said, now my job is done. I came for that purpose. Yada yada dharmasya. I had to establish dharma. And Dharmaraj on the throne. So now he is about to leave Hastinapur. This is the scene of this verse. And then as soon as this happens, Krishna is leaving. That means, all the people are gathered. Krishna is about to board the chariot, and everybody is just expressing his love, their love for him. So that time Kunti comes forward and then starts offering her prayers. And this is the chapter of all her prayers. This chapter is so important that it has been included by Shukdev into Bhagavatam as the most important chapter. If the prayers were not deep and on the platform of self-realization, they wouldn't have any place in this Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is Amalam Puranam. Bhagavatam, there is no fruitive activities. Bhagavatam, there is no desire for liberation. Bhagavatam is Amalam Puranam, only deals about bhakti. Nothing else. Bhagavatam doesn't talk about anything. Whatever is there in Bhagavatam, you have to close your eyes and accept it as only matter of bhakti. So the essence of the whole thing is she is glorifying the Lord. And she also says that till now there were so many calamities. And every time, because you were there, we could approach you, we could call you. So in calling, there were two benefits. One, miseries were mitigated, and you were always achieved by us, but you are always there. Now, apparently, miseries are going to get over. Hopefully, the misery causing people are no more now. So there will be only happiness, and my sons will rule and everything. But a saintly person doesn't think like any ordinary people. So we would have said, okay, Lord, thank you very much. You helped us out of difficulties. Now we are going, thank you very much. Come soon whenever you can. This is routine. But a saintly person doesn't think like that. Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vigyena Pujaye. You'll never understand how the Vaishnava thinks. So what Kunti Devi is thinking, difficulties are good actually. Because difficulties, we call you and you are there. Now difficulties will not be there. So we will not call you and you will not be there. So devotees don't prefer a situation where Lord is not there. So they feel, oh, if the Lord has to be there, then miseries have to be there. So we love miseries, no problem. We don't mind miseries because the Lord is going to be there. The common man doesn't think like this. He said, Lord, you are there or not there. We don't want miseries. That is the common man's thinking. The devotee thinks, I will Vipada Santuta Sattva Shashvat. We will like to, what is the translation? I wish that all the calamities, see the first line, Vipadah Santutah Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru. क्या बोल रहे वो? I wish all those calamities can come again and again. Who has the daring and courage to say, भेज दो miseries? Everybody is, first thing in the morning you think, दुख नहीं होना चाहिए. आज के दिन पे everybody alike, devotees, non-devotees, believers, non-believers, atheistic, agnostic, everybody first thing in the morning they pray, आज दुख नहीं होना चाहिए, आज सुख होना चाहिए. विघ्न नहीं आना चाहिए, किधर भी विघ्न, तकलीफ, दुख नहीं आना चाहिए. सब लोगों का यही इच्छा होता है. भक्त लोग भी वही चाहते हैं, नहीं भक्त है वो भी चाहते हैं. और यहाँ पर एक absurd statement is being made. All those calamities would happen again and again. I wish that. And they were not like, सुबह गर्म पानी नहीं आया. No, those types of miseries, you know. है ना? आज मेरे क्या कहते हैं उसको, beloved बैंगन का सब्जी मेरी मम्मी ने नहीं बनाया. कितने दुख की बात. I was expecting that today she will make बैंगन सब्जी, और my wife बाई नहीं आई, सबसे बड़ी मिजरी. हाँ, आज कौन पोछा करेगा. सांबर नहीं बनाया, कल प्रॉमिस किया था वाइफ ने मेरी, मैं बैंगन भी लाके दिया था, फिर भी सांबर नहीं बनाया. You know, this kind of miseries. The misery is like the sun is being poisoned. Your en masse are tried to be burnt in Varnavath. One of the most powerful lady in your whole family is being disrobed publicly. She is talking about such kind of miseries. Poison cake, Varnavata, Asat Sabha, that vicious assembly where Draupadi was trying to be disrobed. And she has courage to say, all those calamities, I wish they happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. कैसे भक्त रहते थे, उनका माइंड ना भगवान पे ही फिक्स रहता है, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. It is all alike. Happiness, distress, everything is alike. It doesn't make any difference whether the misery is there or happiness is there. But Lord has to be there. भगवान होना चाहिए. So now let us analyze कि भगवान भगवत गीता में कहते हैं दुखालयम अशाश्वतम माम उपेत्यंतु कौन्तेय दुखालयम अशाश्वतम. The manufacturer is giving that manual to you. But TV लाया तो TV का manual आता है ना. So whatever the manual says, that only will work there in TV. Nothing else will work. What manual says, that is going to be available to you. You cannot have anything else. Similarly, the manufacturer is sending a note. He's speaking that the world that I have put you in, so-called material world. Material world means four things: birth, old age, disease, and death. Whoever you are, Prime Minister se leke, Indra se leke, Indra Gopa, the most insignificant insect. The four things have to be there. And there are three more things: trouble caused by yourself to you, trouble caused by others to you, and trouble caused by nature to you. These seven things is inevitable package. Whoever you are, rich, poor, beautiful and not beautiful, learned, not learned, tall, short, good caste, bad caste, everything is applicable to you. And he says, Mam upettu kaunteya. This is guaranteed that because of this situation that you are in, dukkha alayam, there is no investment of happiness in this. What is invested here is only dukkha. Then medically, I'll tell you, doctor will be able to relate. The pain receptors are more powerful in the body than the pleasure receptors. For example, if you are sitting here now, if your left small toe is hit with the stone on the way back, on the way here, what would you think? Oh, my stomach is so good today. My eyes are so good today. My hand is so good today. No, you will see my toe is paining. So what is prominent in you? Not the perception of happiness. You already eaten jalebi now in breakfast, for example. You have got so much pleasure and the jalebi is giving so much happiness to you. And it's still there in the stomach, which can potentially give happiness to you. But what is actually making you feel the pain that is in your lungs? So the capacity for you to perceive pain is much, much, much larger than capacity to perceive happiness. And if there is happiness like jalebi in the stomach and the pain in the toe, the pain will supersede and happiness of jalebi will disappear. This is all the fact in life. Please remember. So what point I was trying to make is, he says, this world is full of misery. Another next bombshell is putting on us. Everything is ashashvatam. That means it's full of misery, but every misery has beginning and end. Adi antu vantu kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. That means there is always a beginning and end to everything. You say happiness, so-called happiness, beginning and end is there. You may say most worst misery, उसका भी एक शुरुआत और उसको भी end है. जैसे भी देहरादून में शुरू किया, many people are vomiting. They say कभी खत्म होगा ये प्रवास. But it will end at certain time. Maybe 1 hour little delayed. आप रुके, उल्टी किया, रुके, थोड़ा मुंह धोया, time हो गया. But at the 7-8 hours it will end. And we say, oh wow, we came here, so wonderful. And it may rain or you may slip off somewhere and break your bone. But everything has beginning and end. So one way it is hopeful because misery is not going to continue, but miseries are going to continue. Variety of miseries are going to continue. Now, why these miseries take place? They take place only because of past karma. Nobody else is responsible for sufferings that you are going through. You will like to blame everybody in the world. See, because of you. If you should have taken me to doctor earlier, I would have saved from this cancer myself. My pathological slide would have showed different picture. But because you did not take me to doctor in time, today I have got cancer of 3rd A stage. So we are always eager to blame. Every single thing that happens to us, we just want to blame somebody. We want to find somebody, label that person, you are the cause of my miseries. But the reality is, we are the only cause of our miseries, nobody else. Others are only agents which give you suffering because of you deserve that suffering. The other people like mother, father, husband, wife, children, neighbors, whoever they are. But suffering is because of you. And another nature of suffering is it cannot be changed. Everyone will like to mitigate suffering. They will all pray in the morning. Suffering नहीं चाहिए. But दो चीज है, उसकी quantity और उसका type कोई change नहीं कर सकता. You may say, I will prefer to have this misery than that misery. You always may say that. I would have loved to have abdominal pain rather than breaking bone pain. You always want to have something else than what you have. But the rule is nothing can be changed. Intensity cannot change. Duration cannot change. It will come as it is prescribed for you by your own karmas in the past. So, yes, two things can be done when miseries come. This is our main subject of all questions after the lecture. This is our etiquette. Okay. And your questions will separately be answered in a separate session, one-to-one individually. Okay. So, I was saying that two things you can do when miseries come. Either you can cry, keep blaming everybody, keep waiting for mitigate. One, which usually all of us do. Even if you are a good person, you will not blame others, but you will desire at least, na chahiye, khatam hone do jaldi. This is the usual way, but this is a frustrating way. Why? Because no way you will get reduction in the quantity of intensity of your miseries. So it's all your cries are useless because it's going to take place in its own course of time. So as I'm just talking the same point which I made yesterday evening, between suffering and tapasya, I made yesterday point. Okay, why? And today also, what felt like telling about this? Today, the first thing in the morning, there was no electricity in the morning. And we were thinking, maybe Geyser will take some time more and it will give hot water. वापस on किया तो cold water, वापस on किया तो cold water. Then I came down and saw, light is not there. How it is not connected to inverter? The first thing in the morning, you are welcomed by no hot water. And finally, we took cold water bath and we got ready in time and we went. You must be having, but here this was not there. So you can, like in last group, there was no water one day. So half the day, people are talking only of water only. This complex did not have water because of some pressure problems. So all the yatris were only talking about water, water, water. I went there, from here I went here, then from there I went here, and I took bottle, bucket, this, that. There was discussion going on constantly. And some people just peacefully managed by going here and without speaking anything. So I was trying to think that this is inevitable. When light is not there, you are not in the electricity board to put it on immediately. You have to wait. So either you happily take cold bath. And one more good thing you can do, if you have capacity, is to thank the Lord. Thank you for it. Vipada Santuta Shashvat. Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru. In the other side, one is cribbing, talking whole day till you have not told every single person and every single have not understood that you have no water. Till that you will see that everybody knows. Everybody on WhatsApp also will go information to Mumbai people. Today there was no water. Till that time you will keep on cribbing. Result is what? Only suffering. And when you talk about miseries, the miseries continue. Do you know that? Miseries continue if you keep talking about it. It may end physically, but it will continue in your mind. So this is a ghate ka soda. Isme adyantu vantu kaunteya na teshu ramate buddha. Intelligent people do not dwell in such things which has beginning and end. So you want to be intelligent or you want to be a fool? The choice is yours. Never Lord interferes in your choice. Adi antu वंतु कौंतेय, जिसको आदि और अंत है, न तेषु उसमें रमते बुधा, बुद्धिमान व्यक्ति उसमें रमन नहीं करता है, वो अपने दिल ने लगाता है, छोड़ देता है उसे. Now other part of the story is you accept the thing as it is without cribbing, and if you are good enough, you can thank the Lord for that, because every suffering has a purpose. You turn it into suffering, it's our choice, but every suffering can give you a wonderful realization. So what we have to do, we have to accept the misery gracefully and gratefully. And gracefully also, you may be grateful, but you may be cribbing still. Gracefully means दिमाग खाने, मतलब रुबाब से, शान से. That is gracefully. And gratefully means you are grateful for whatever has been sent to you. Because we have faith that the Lord will never do anything which is not good for you. If you have this faith now, you are the richest person on earth. If you have this faith, that whatever is happening to me is only for good for me. Not even trace is bad for me. Only because of my attitudinal problem, I consider, अरे ये अच्छा नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Some people appear for MS exam 6 times. So Radhanath Maharaj would say, pray to 6 Goswamis. This time you will clear. 6 times. Aisa, So, but there is always something good hidden in that, in every single misery. And if one humbly accepts gracefully and gratefully what is given to you in life, ordained by your karma only, but now you're changing your approach to that, then all that would be considered in the account of tapasya. And what is tapasya defined as? There are 3 ingredients in tapasya, which you should understand. One is inconvenience. Okay? And inconvenience has to be there, otherwise it can't be called tapasya. There's no tapasya in eating jalebi. It's just enjoyment. There's no inconvenience in that. If you eat more, then there's some inconvenience. but you don't do that. You want to be happy. So one is inconvenience. Second ingredient is willfulness. मतलब willingly you have to do. Willing acceptance of inconvenience. And third point is also very important, which doesn't make tapasya definition complete. Third is for the pleasure of the Lord. भगवान के संतुष्टि के लिए जब हम कोई असुविधा स्वेच्छा से स्वीकार करते हैं तो उसको तपस्या कहते हैं. And tapo divyam putrakadi, Rishabdev as Lord's incarnation has already told his 100 sons in Bhagavatam, that this human life is meant for tapasya. It is not meant for enjoyment. Enjoyment will come. You go through it, no problem. You don't work for that specifically. Enjoyment will come because साधु लोग बताते हैं कि enjoyment को भी आप टाल नहीं सकते हो और दुख को भी टाल नहीं सकते हो. Both of them come on their own accord. Even if you don't want happiness, which is unlikely, that also cannot be prevented. If you have to become prime minister, you will become prime minister. If you have to become a millionaire, you will become a millionaire. If you have to look young at 70 years of age, that will happen to you by whatever Shukra Dasha or whatever it is. So you cannot avoid happiness and you cannot avoid miseries. Both are inevitable because both are directed by your own karma. तो साधु लोग कहते हैं कि फिर उसके लिए कितना मेहनत क्यों करने का? जो सुख आने वाला है उसको कोई बदल नहीं सकता है, जो दुख आने वाला है उसको कोई टाल नहीं सकता है. तो why work on that field only? It is going to happen on its own accord. So what we should work for? We should work for the pleasure of the Lord. Do activities which will please the Lord. और बाकी तो अपने आप ही होने वाला है. You cannot avoid happiness, you cannot avoid misery, you cannot avoid success, you cannot avoid failure. That's why tapo divyam putrakadi. He is saying, please perform tapasya. And why perform tapasya? To achieve the Lord. Whatever inconvenience you accept now is going to yield in achievement of the Lord, shelter of the Lord, mercy of the Lord, being with the Lord. So at all points of life, today morning 6 o'clock onwards till the end of life, everything is going to be ordained by our karma, and everything is going to be unchangeable, and everything can be changed into tapasya situation by you. Nobody else will convert it for you. People will inspire you in pravachans and satsangs and associations, sadhus by example. You will get inspired, but it is you who have to convert it into tapasya. And without tapasya, human life is useless actually. If you do not accept any inconvenience in human life willfully for the pleasure of the Lord, human life is supposed to be waste because human life is meant for tapasya. Dogs and cats and birds and reptiles and insects don't do tapasya. They just live as per the laws of karma. But you also live as per laws of karma, but you have an independence and a facility, a beautiful facility to change things for yourself and make your path of liberation very easy for yourself. So how do we now achieve that particular mindset which will help us to convert our sufferings into tapasya in the category of accountability in that account is by the association of devotees. When we come to satsang, is the only way. There is no other place you get inspiration except in satsang. When I was in first MBBS, I didn't study for 3 terms. I just happened to go in library. I saw all the classes studying with stack of books. It is association, it is satsang. So immediately I also had going to hostel and studying. So for anything to do, you need association, you need satsang. And in that satsang, there is one definition of satsang. All of you should know, every so-called spiritual discussion is not satsang. Every so-called spiritual subject discussion is not satsang till it helps you to reduce your material desires by attending that and increase your attachment to the Lord from more than before. Okay? Every association, assembly, you have to judge in these 2 parameters. आपकी विषय वासना उसमें कम होनी चाहिए और आपकी भगवान से आसक्ति उसमें बढ़नी चाहिए. भले 1% में बढ़े, 1% में कम हो. अगर वो सत्संग में बैठकर आपकी विषय वासना कम नहीं होती है तो वो सत्संग नहीं है। अगर वो सत्संग में बैठकर आपके भगवान के प्रति आसक्ति नहीं बढ़ती है तो वो सत्संग नहीं है। और आपको हमेशा सत्संग ही करना है। That you must see again, satsang keeps happening, but if you don't yield that reduction in material desires and increase into spiritual desire to achieve the Lord, then also it depends on you only. So for example, a very beautiful satsang is going on and you are sleeping in that. Satsang has a potential to give you more asakti for the Lord and less reduction of material desire. Its potency is there, the person is bona fide, the audience is bona fide, everything is there, but you are sleeping. That means you are converting an opportunity to zero. Again and again, the independence comes in picture. You are the one who are going to change your life by help of others, but doer is you in one sense, not ultimate doer is Lord, but the Lord will do when you will do. God helps those who help themselves, right? Unless you do something, the Lord cannot just keep showering His mercy. His mercy is always there, please understand. The Lord's mercy is never not there. It is always there. Simply, you are keeping it little distance away from you. But when you become qualified, the mercy will shower upon you. Abhi, this is prayer. She is praying to Krishna. You also pray to the Lord. So immediately the mercy of the Lord comes to you when you pray. But why it doesn't manifest in you? Because you are not fit enough, qualified enough to get the benefit of mercy. घर में जलेबी बन रही है पर आपके बच्चे को टाइफाइड है, आप क्या करेंगे? वेट करेंगे, टाइफाइड ठीक हो जाएगा तो फिर आपको उसको ग्रेन्स देंगे, हेवी ग्रेन्स और हेवी मटेरियल टू ईट देंगे, पनीर देंगे। तब तक जलेबी है, वहाँ सामान भी है, बट आप नहीं खा सकते उसको बिकॉज बॉडी इज नॉट suitable enough. So similarly, mercy will always act upon people who are suitable and qualified. Now, to become suitable and qualified, whose job it is? It is your job. It's my job. So we should never crib. अरे भगवान मुझ पर तो कृपा करते ही नहीं है. No, वो सब पे कृपा करते हैं. कुछ लोग क्वालिफाइड होते हैं उसके लिए to realize it, और कृपा होने पर भी किसी को प्राप्त नहीं होती. मुझे बहुत लोग बोलते हैं रोज प्रे करो प्रे करो प्रे करो. बोलता मैं प्रे करूंगा, उस प्रेयर का परिणाम भी आप तक पहुंचेगा, लेकिन जब तक आप उसके योग्य नहीं होंगे तब तक उस प्रेयर का परिणाम आप पर नहीं होगा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So now when you have come to the land of tapasya, some places are very suitable for tapasya. Vrindavan is suitable for loving service to the Lord, loving katha of the Lord. Vrindavan is madhurya ras. Himalaya is tapasya. Himalaya is meant for helping you to do tapasya easily because the atmosphere is very conducive. Mumbai is not suitable for doing tapasya. Mumbai is passion, bhog, everywhere temptation to enjoy these women, money, food, this, clothing, all other paraphernalia, gold, promotion, increment, business. It just overwhelms you, sucks you. But when you come out to holy place like this or Vrindavan, it helps you to meet yourself. So this place is tapasya. And whatever tapasya you want to do, you should do it over here. Because it's very easy to perform tapasya. When there's a favorable breeze, your boat can just go without any difficulty. And what is the biggest tapasya in Kali Yuga? Anybody can tell? To attentively chant the holy name of the Lord. To be attentive while chanting the holy name. इतना कलयुग सिंपल हो गया है कि you don't know how to eat 1 carrot a day for 6 months and live. That kind of tapasya is not expected. Or you're not supposed to stand on one toe for 1000 celestial years like Hiranyakashipu. It's not expected. You're not supposed to do yagyas which goes on for 2.5 years. No? Ashwamedha yagya. It's going on for years together. I do yagya my maximum yagya is 4 hours. And that's supposed to be long, exhaustive yagya. And people are doing yajna in Treta Yuga for months and years together. Ashwamedha, Gomedha, Rajasuya, Vajapeya, आप वो गिनते जाओ. So nothing of this sort is supposed to be by us. You have to just be attentive while chanting the holy name of the Lord. All that is desirable, all that is achievable will be achieved by you, will be available to you. सारे डिस्कशन का, सारे चर्चाओं का, सारे शास्त्रार्थ विचारों का एक ही सार है, हरि नाम एव केवलम. और ये शास्त्रार्थ विचार करने वाले भी ये जानते हैं, और जो नहीं करते वो भी जानते हैं, जो अच्छे संग में हैं. फाइनली ना, जैसे हमने वो एक ग्रुप बनाया था हॉस्पिटल में, विजन मिशन मीटिंग का. तो हर बार लोग एक ही पूछते थे, बाबू जी करना क्या है वो बताओ. How much we will discuss and discuss. What is our goal? What is our mission? What is our depth of our mission? Who made the mission? And how we are supposed to do? To do क्या है? Want to do. That's a real mood. करना क्या है बताओ. बाकी हमको ज्यादा अकल नहीं है. करना क्या है बताओ. Engage करो उसके अंदर. हाँ? When our senses are engaged into the activity ना, immediately you get the result. They don't have to discuss. अरे ये हनी का बॉटल इतना बढ़िया हनी है, ये ना रोज फ्लावर के गार्डन में जो मधुमक्खियां जाती है उनको ही मेंटेन करके इकट्ठा किया हुआ है, इसमें रोज का एसेंस है वगैरह वगैरह. और जब तक बोतल नहीं खोलेंगे नहीं खाएंगे तो कब तक मालूम पड़ेगा उसको. कितना डिस्कस करेंगे, कितना चाटेंगे बाहर से बोतल को. नॉट पॉसिबल. You know how madhumakkhis are? They send them to a particular garden only, and from there only they pick up honey and come. So they are sunflower honey, lotus honey, rose honey, different. But discussion, how much it will help? If you say this is rose honey, this is jamun honey, open, take, immediately you understand what is it. Full realization is there. So sevan mukhi jivado. Spurat ada, matlab when you engage your senses in service to the Lord, like chanting the holy name, we will attain the Lord immediately without fail. ये सब बहुत सुंदर सुंदर वाक्य हैं हमारे आचार्यों ने दिए हुए. So I want to request you very humbly. I'm sure whatever best arrangements are done for you. Ek to mood, okay, it is almost now created. Okay, staying arrangement, eating arrangement, traveling arrangement, all are on paper, arranged everything. Still, miseries cannot be avoided. There will be always unexpected things which will come to you, what you deserve. What is destined will come. Only thing, how to remain blissful in all conditions, by understanding what we discussed today. If we know everything comes by the mercy of the Lord and by the accordance of my karma, and I have to accept it with the purpose, because there is a purpose behind it, and the purpose is always good for me, then you can always be blissful. Sukhe dukhe samay krutva labha labho jaya jayo. You are similar. 2.38, this is 2.3738 Bhagavad Gita. Sukhe dukhe samay krutva labha labho jaya jayo. It means labha alabh, labh and hani. If you are equal in happiness and sorrow, you are equal, and in man and apman, you are equal, and in victory and defeat, you are equal. That person's happiness nobody can steal. उसका सुख जो है, आनंद, वो कोई छीन नहीं सकता है. तो आनंद कौन छीनता है? सुख और दुख, लाभ और हानि, जय और पराजय, मान और अपमान, यही सुख दुखों के बीच में आपको लटकाते रहते हैं. Like a football. One time the football goes to the goal of happiness, one time it goes to the goal of unhappiness. He doesn't have any choice. He's just like tossed around, kicked around. But sukhe dukhe samay krutva labha labho jaya jayo. The whole purpose of coming here will be only bliss for you. And that is up to you. It's in your hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the courage of asking for miseries may not be restricted or limited to Kunti Devi. It can be to you also. And I'm telling you, you will not get miseries which you don't deserve. And what you deserve, you cannot avoid. You understand what I'm saying? However you say, you may be Prime Minister of India, you may be the most affluent person in the whole country, you may be the most beautiful person in the whole country, you may be the most young person in the country, but miseries will come without fail. So how to keep smiling? By always being in touch with the source of happiness, you can be smiling. If you are in touch with the Lord, then the Lord is the source of all happiness. Then nobody can steal your happiness because you are at the source of the happiness. Again, whose choice it is to remain in the connection with the Lord is your choice. To get disconnected from the Lord, whose choice it is? Your choice. भगवान से जो विभक्त नहीं होता है उसी को भक्त कहते हैं. सिंपल व्याख्या है. हम लोग अपने आप को बोलते हैं आप भक्त हैं, आप हरे कृष्ण के भक्त हो क्या? हाँ, मैं हरे कृष्ण का भक्त. हम लोग कोई डिवोटी नहीं है. जो निरंतर भगवान से कनेक्ट रहता है, जो कभी विभक्त नहीं होता है, उसी को भक्त कहते हैं. हम लोग सब भक्त बनने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं. That is right. We cannot claim that we are bhaktas. Because if we are not vibhakta from the Lord, then we are not bhaktas. If you are vibhakta from the Lord, separated 3 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 24 hours a day, then we can chant Hare Krishna, but it is not going to be make you bhakta. If your sadhana connects you with the Lord constantly, then it is bhakta. And we are all trying to, aspiring to become bhakta. But it is even aspiring also is wonderful. Susukham kartum avyayam. Even aspiring to be connected to the Lord effortfully, not leelaya, not easily, effortfully, parishram purvak. But that is also blissful. Lord Krishna is saying. This process is susukham kartum avyayam. कभी समाप्त न होने वाली और केवल सुखी नहीं है. सुसुखा मतलब too much sukhi, too much sukh giving. So let us all be in that mood. Tevile anante taichese rahave. Whatever he gives you, someday he will give you feast, someday he will give you dry roti. Accept it as his mercy. Then sukh will never leave you. Anand will never leave you. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. This is part 1 of my speech. I can take some questions before I go to part 2. Questions of part 1 is there, no? Maybe 1 or 2 questions we can ask. Because some introductory story I should tell you about Ganga and everything. I'll close and start again. Yes. Yes.
You said that dukkh cannot be mitigated also. Can we not mitigate dukkh with our present karma?
So, this whole discussion was on one platform. Then comes another platform of bhakti. What happens in bhakti platform? Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhaja. Brahmaji is saying, when you attempt to become a devotee, when you start your devotional service, you have not become a devotee, you have started. Neha vikramana susti pratyavayuna vidyate. You just started. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. That is the power of bhakti. That means little attempt done in bhakti will burn all your sinful activities and burn all your sufferings. So karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti. Nirdahati matlab kya? Burn to ashes. Brahmaji is saying that by doing such karma of bhakti karma, you burn all your sufferings to ashes. And what remains is only happiness. That is why Krishna is saying, Yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmanaha shraddhavana vajato yumam tame yukta samay mataha. Why is he saying that? He's not telling that, okay, you do dhyan, you do this. He's telling everything, ye sab kuch hai. But easily प्राप्त करना है मुझे. What we want in life? We want most sublime thing, the highest thing we want, and we want it most easily. Highest thing, most difficult way, and lowest thing very easily we don't want. We want highest thing in the most easiest way. So Krishna says, ye hai aisa. This is the only way where the highest thing, the highest achievement, Pancham Purushartha, Prema Pumartha Mahan, is available to you in the most easiest way. नेहा विक्रमणाशुस्ति. आप मेरा नाम लो, ये सारा जो है ना हमारा श्लोक जो बताया मैंने वो आपके लिए एप्लीकेबल हो जाएगा. नेहा विक्रमणाशुस्ति प्रत्यवायु न विद्यते, मतलब little bit you do in this path. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. The biggest danger one will be saved. What is the biggest danger in life?
What after death?
What is biggest danger in life? Untimely death or death itself. Anything else?
Last answer given by next question. But हम लोग ये सोचते हैं सामने वाला मर रहा है.
No, what is the, what I asked? What is the biggest danger in life? It is not death. It is forgetfulness of the Lord is the biggest misery of the life. Vismruti. Vismruti is the worst suffering. People don't even know that suffering is such that you don't even know that Vismruti is suffering. You are happy. In illusion, in forgetfulness, you feel you are most happy.
What about atheist?
So that's what I'm saying. When they don't know, they are only suffering in life, but they think so much illusion that they feel, okay, I'm happy. Kisko phone karenge, puchenge to bolega, how are you? I'm doing good. You are doing good. You are fine. I'm fine. But everybody, even that moment, is also suffering. He has some problems which is dealing with. But what you tell people, I'm happy. Sometimes you want to show people, I'm not miserable. Yeah, I'm happy. See, I'm doctor. I'm this, that. I'm director. How can I be unhappy? And that you are calling me, asking me, how can I tell you I'm unhappy? Yeah, my wife has given me good galis in the morning today before I left office, but I'm now in my chair in the office. How can I say I'm unhappy? That is hovering on my head. Why she said this, what she said. But still, if you call me on the office, I will tell you I'm happy. Good. बढ़िया है, प्रमोशन मिला है मुझे अभी 1 महीने के पहले, बड़ा अच्छा पैकेज मिला है, बोनस भी बहुत तगड़ा मिला है, घर पे जो लात पड़ी है उसको कौन बोलेगा? So when you remember the Lord now, then you are in touch with the reality. Please understand. What is the benefit of becoming a bhakta? You come across reality as reality and you accept reality as reality. That is bhakti. What is the benefit of Lord being in your life? That you understand reality as reality. All of us, most of us are understanding reality as not reality. Yeah, ऐसा नहीं है ये. But after becoming devotee, because your heart becomes transparent, you see things as they are. And then when you know things as they are, you behave accordingly. If I know you are a nice lady, in reality, I will deal accordingly. But if I know you are a cheater or you are a fraud or whatever, then I will behave differently. So when you know things in life as they are, won't your life be better than before? Because now you know how to deal with things because you know things as they are. ऐसा है. भक्ति बहुत सर्वोच्च क्यों है? Because Krishna directly as a person is involved in your life, not his energy, not his prakriti. In bhakti, the Supreme Lord as a Supreme Personality is directly involved with you as a person in the most personal way. That's why you cannot be in illusion if you are connected with him. Okay? What was any other question? Is there?
Sometimes doctors we also mitigate something, go to psychologists or to astrologers or we want to witness something what we need.
Correct. So this is also practical situation. So the answer given to is do the needful. Like if you have fever, go to the doctor, consult him, take medicines. Meaning you try your best, but don't hope that because I tried my best, things should change. जैसे टर्मिनल कैंसर होता है स्टेज 4 का, यू स्टिल ट्राइंग. वी ट्राई कंफर्ट गिविंग केयर, वी ट्राई क्यूरेटिव केयर, बट वी नो एज अ डॉक्टर कि इसमें क्योर नहीं है, बट वी डोंट गिव अप आवर एफर्ट. व्हाई? टू एक्सप्रेस आवर लव वी हैव टू एक्ट जेन्युइनली. वी कैन नॉट से अरे वो तो क्या है, कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, वो हमारी बेटी, वो कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. बट वी स्टिल वी कीप डूइंग थेरेपीज एंड कीप डूइंग थिंग्स एंड गिव मेडिसिन्स एंड Because that is what I am supposed to do, I will do. But I am not overtly attached. अरे मैं इतना कर रहा हूँ फिर भी कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. फिर भी मेरा फादर का डेथ हो गया कैंसर से. इतना सब मैंने किया, बैंक का जमीन बेच दिया, एफडी सब ब्रेक कर दिया मैंने, दिन रात छुट्टी निकाल कर बैठा, पे का लॉस कर दिया, फिर भी हे भगवान क्यों मेरे पिताजी का डेथ हो गया? Because that person is attached to the fruit of his action. कि जो मैं करूंगा उसका फल मुझे मिलना चाहिए. But how a devotee does his work, he keeps doing his duty sincerely out of love also. ऐसा नहीं कि mechanically कर रहा है, ऐसा भी नहीं. He will do his duty really from heart. But within the heart of his heart, he knows that I am not the controller of the fruit of my action. I am surrendered to the fruit of action which he will give me. And I accept it gracefully and gratefully. That is why in happiness and sorrow, sukhe dukkhe samay krutva, he can be like that. Because he accepts things as they are and doesn't struggle with them. What we do, when things happen, we struggle with them. हम जूझते हैं तो क्या दिखाते हैं भगवान को कि तुमने जो किया वो अच्छा नहीं किया है, इसलिए हम जूझ रहे हैं उसके साथ. We are saying, why my Lord you did this? कुंती देवी ऐसे नहीं बोल रही है कि क्यों मेरे बच्चे को, इतना अच्छा संत बच्चा को तुमने पॉइजन खिलाया, क्यों इतने संत परिवार को वारणावत में जलाने का प्लानिंग किया तुमने, कैसे सैंक्शन किया? आपके सैंक्शन के बिना कुछ नहीं होता, ऐसा सुना है हमने, और आप उधर ही थे, फिर भी आपके होते हुए दुनिया में वारणावत का भी हादसा हुआ, असत सभा भी हो गई, बच्चे को पॉइजन भी दिया, ये भी किया, वो भी किया, सब कुछ. बट यू फाइंड एनी टाइम दे आर क्वेश्चनिंग द लॉर्ड. पांडवों को भी देखा है, क्या भगवान इतना आपका भक्ति किया, इतना सज्जन बन के रहे, और हमको ही वनवास, और जो पापी लोग हैं उनको राज्य, उनको एंजॉयमेंट. कभी आपने सुना है अर्जुन को किसी को भगवान को क्वेश्चन करते हुए? हालांकि स्थितियां ऐसी थी, एंड लॉर्ड वाज देयर फैमिली मेंबर, दे कुड हैव क्वेश्चन द लॉर्ड कि हे श्याम सुंदर, हे मधुसूदन, तुम क्या कर रहे हो हमारे साथ, कुछ तो सुकून दिया करो, हमको ही राज्यहीन, श्रीहीन, सब कुछ बलहीन और पदहीन करते हो. कभी पूछा है? दैट इज द ग्लोरी ऑफ अ डिवोटी. दैट इज अ डिवोटी. Whatever questions the Lord, only accepts gratefully because he has got tremendous faith कि जो हो रहा है वो अच्छे के लिए हो रहा है. इतना faith जिसको है वो अच्छे के लिए हो, समझने के बाद प्रश्न कैसे करेगा? बट इसका एक ना एक पीछे बीच में एक राज है, मैं आपको मेरे एग्जाम्पल से बोलता हूँ. वो राज शेयर करना बहुत जरूरी है. Like my baby was born and in 3 months time we came to know that she is 40% brain damaged. So only thing is what you can do is misery. You can say, "Arey," and then people are saying, "अरे प्रभु जी आपको ऐसा क्यों होना चाहिए था? आप तो डिवोटी हो, इतने साल से डिवोशन में हो, इतना ऐसा, अरे भगवान ने आपको ही क्यों देना था?" ऐसे पब्लिक और उस पर तड़का डाल रहे हैं ऊपर से. एक तो हमको पता है कि ये लाइफ लॉन्ग अभी डिसीज है, मतलब इसमें कोई चेंज नहीं होने वाला है. बट फ्यू डेज वी वर इन वरिंग कि आज तक की मिजरी सब छोटी छोटी थी, मतलब बड़ी बड़ी भी थी लेकिन शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन की थी. लेकिन ये मिजरी जो है ना, ये लॉन्ग टर्म है, मतलब आइदर टू टिल आवर डेथ और टिल हर डेथ दिस विल कंटिन्यू. इतना हमको क्लियर पता चला था. देन वन फाइन डे गुरुजी कम्स होम, नॉट आई थिंक वेरी वेरी विद इन शॉर्ट टाइम, and he tells us that this child is a special child of the Lord. Everybody is special child of the Lord, but this is like a specially challenged child, and this child requires special care which the Lord thinks you both are able to do. So the Lord has entrusted this child to you, awarding, I mean the what do you call, appreciating you as whatever you are, that you can take care of this child in his service. The child has some business in the world for some time, and the child will complete that business, but it needs some assistance during that period, and he thinks you are the best parents for that. That's why child is been given to you as your child. Now, the source of misery has been converted into devotional service to Krishna immediately. Situation has not changed at all. What has changed is your mindset, and who has changed that? A saintly person has changed that. Guru Maharaj has changed that. इससे सबसे बड़ी blessing क्या है? If you have that person in your life who can come and turn your miseries into opportunities and happiness, and it has turned into happiness and opportunities, because so much realizations, so much tolerance, so much of acceptance, grace, gratitude has come in life because of situations. And then we are sure that if not us being qualified, this child will take us back to Godhead, to Krishna. So, is it good or bad to tell me? Yeah, externally you will say, क्या प्रभु जी आपके लाइफ में ऐसा क्यों होना चाहिए? This is external understanding. But always everything has got two sides, internal and external, material and spiritual. हर चीज का ही दो अंग होते हैं. You stick on to spiritual, you will be happy in life. In anything happening in your life, like for your son that he fell down, had a fracture, you are upset, everybody is upset. But little later on, you'll come to know everything has a purpose and nothing is bad in this life. With every suffering, we finish our bad karmas. With every happiness, you finish your good karmas. Both way. हर एक सुख के साथ में आपके पुण्य समाप्त होते हैं. हर एक दुख के साथ में आपके पाप समाप्त होते हैं. It's the way you look at it. That's all. You should learn to look at that like that. But it is possible only by the mercy of devotees, Vaishnavas, and the Lord. वो सब अमेरिका का. You can do the needful. Don't be overtly attached to that. कि मैंने वो 500 पहना है तो मेरा ये मिजरी खत्म ही होना चाहिए. नहीं सर, आपके अकाउंट में जो लिखा है ना वो मिलेगा आपको. वो आप इधर से उधर नहीं कर सकते. You have no power to manipulate your karmas. Everyone will love to do, but you don't have any power. Lord भी इंटरफेयर नहीं करते उसके अंदर. कृष्ण थे ना वहां पर, सब कुछ नाटक चल रहा था कौरवों का. But he says, gracefully you go through. You will achieve much more than what is supposed to be achieved. ऐसा है. आगे आपके जीवन में अभी से ज्यादा संकट आने वाले, ध्यान रखना. आज तक जो आपने गो थ्रू किया है उससे ज्यादा आगे आएंगे. When you advance in school, easy portion comes to you or previous standard or higher difficult portion comes to you. When you go MBBS exam, the portion is easier or MD exam is difficult. Tell me. So the sign of progress is what? You give a difficult exam. That is sign of progress. Sign of progress is when you difficult exam and pass the exam. That is sign of progress. Not that you go to MBBS and start studying biology of 12th. ऐसा नहीं होता है. तो हर प्रोग्रेस के अंदर you have to pay the price by giving tougher exam. And unless you're prepared for that, how will you pass the exam? Tell me. You're always taken aback by shock. अरे ये क्वेश्चन आया एग्जाम में मेरे में तो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं था ये. मैं तो ऑप्शन डाला था ऑप्शन में उसको. तो मेन क्वेश्चन 20 मार्क्स का है. A devotee is not unaware like that. Devotee is always aware, alert and prepared. He knows. अभी जितना है उससे वर्स्ट आ सकता है. और जब आप वर्स्ट के लिए प्रिपेयर होते हैं ना तो आप सक्सेसफुल होते हो. क्यों? वर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वर्स्ट यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर. तो एग्जाम इतना वर्स्ट नहीं होता है. द वर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आर डिसाइडेड कि वर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल है, वो भी आप प्रिपेयर्ड हो उसके लिए. इसलिए थिंक ऑफ द बेस्ट, प्रिपेयर फॉर द वर्स्ट. तो सेम थिंक ऑफ द बेस्ट एंड प्रिपेयर फॉर द वर्स्ट. ये वही है. सुखे दुखे समय कृत्वा लाभा लाभो जया जो. यही है फॉर्मूला. वो दूसरे भाषा में बताया गया है. दूसरे भाषा में बताया गया है. सेम थिंग. Okay, so we end our first session.